for the whole 14 games. So what did you expect? I mean, United is so bad, but we couldn't stoop that low. So I'm not happy at all about that win. There's no way it moved me. I still know our problems, and I can't just look at that Wolves game and say, yeah, we are back. No, there's no way.
So what were you thinking at 1-1? Tell me, half time.
To be honest, that game, I watched it from home, but I don't know how I dozed off. So after that 1-1, I ended up watching highlights. I don't know what happened to me that day. I think I was just too exhausted.
Is it
Gladly, I
team
woke up
that
to 4-1.
boring?
I woke up to 4-1. And
Maybe
they already started
it's
talking for
football.
me at 1-1.
No, I was just trying to tell you, man, don't you dare lose that game because I was going to come for you seriously.
Yeah, but of course, as United being United, they got one of their first goals in a while against us. I thought they're going to do something crazy because United usually we do not know how to react to such situations. But thank God they are really, really, really bad, and we ended up turning the situation around to win that game. And actually, we capitalized because 4-1. That's not a United kind of scoreline. If we win, we usually do 2-1. You get so 4-1 was really, really, really good, but it's understandable because Wolves is again too bad for us compared to us. Yeah.
All right. Well, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are. Welcome back to the show. This is the weekend preview. It's a Friday, and yes, we are back to preview all the weekend games and also touch on other news regarding soccer. So before I go any further, let the gentlemen greet you guys, then we can proceed. Oscar.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Yes, I hope you're well.
You seem to be on mute.
I'm on mute. Really?
Yeah. I don't know why are you on mute.
I'm not on mute. Can you hear me now?
Okay. Ken, can you hear us?
Yeah, loud
yes,
and
I can
clear.
hear you.
Sorry, I got a phone call that kind of interrupted.
Oscar,
I can hear you.
Mute.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Maybe rejoin.
All right, let me do so.
No,
Let me do that.
I mean Oscar. Okay. Oscar should be joining us in a few seconds. So Ken, greet people.
Yes. Hello, everyone watching. Hello, viewers. My name is Ken, the United guy. Very happy to be back on this show today. It has been a while. United is flying. Okay, we are not flying literally, but I mean it was Wolves, but it was a very good weekend for us. Can't say the same for Arsenal. Yeah, enjoy the show. We have so much to unpack for you. Yeah, and you can also interact with us in the comment section, like, share.
Yeah,
that's all I can say for the introduction.
Well, Oscar, you're back.
Yes, I am. I hope you can now hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I hope we are well. Yes, we have a lot to talk about today. It's going to be about the same old stuff, but I believe we have some new things coming through. So let's enjoy the show.
Yeah, definitely. Well, there is only one place to start, and that is Merseyside. Yeah, things are unfolding at Liverpool, and I know we did a show with
Not
Oscar
Madrid.
it was on Sunday. Yeah, I was asking him about what is going on at Liverpool, Salah slot and everything, but as he has said, we are going to be talking about the same things time and after that. But why not? We need answers. So, Oscar, please, I need to know what is really going on at Liverpool. And after that big win away in Italy against Inter Milan, is it
Mm.
a start of a rejuvenation, or it was just another another win?
Hmm?
It's a welcome win, whichever way you look at it. It's a welcome win. I look at it from the angle of Inter didn't necessarily give us that much threat. Uh,
Mm,
Inter they didn't really attack us where we are actually weakest. But of course, we cannot start holding that against them and then start saying that Liverpool was this, Liverpool was that. No, they brought their A game. They played. Liverpool also played what they could play, and Liverpool came on top. So kudos to Liverpool. Liverpool got a much needed win,
mm,
which is actually a good thing. To answer your question, is it a sign of good things to come? We have seen this before with Aston Villa. We have seen this before at the Real Madrid game. Liverpool's problem is something that is glaring. That, in my view, I feel if it is not handled either in the background or as a unit, it's going to keep on appearing, just like how you see Manu was. Like you just keep sweeping things under the carpets, and you just keep, like, it's like a mummy. The mummy is rotting from inside, but you just keep on putting layers, and trying to make it look good. And before you know it, I mean, you'll be exposed. In the long run, though, Liverpool will be exposed. Uh, Throwing money at the problem is not going to solve anything. Before uh, uh, be, before even the whole Salah thing came out, before everything, we can go back to where things started from, where the season started from. Like in the previous show, I shared that Liverpool was planning this season to merge the present and the future. In other words, we are building a team which is going to compete now and a team which is going to what dominate in the future. That is the mode that's what Liverpool was going with into this season. No one can lie to us or lie to anyone and say that they predicted that Liverpool was going to fall off. So that is something that no one saw coming. So the thing is that it has coached the management of Liverpool, whatever everyone's everyone's view of things is, it has caught everyone by surprise. And so dealing with it is now the issue right now. What are we dealing with? Uh, Let me see if I can put it in a way that maybe our listeners will understand best. When you're playing a football match, and you've come ready knowing that this team, the team you're playing against, has very good central defenders, but they have maybe weak left backs and right backs. Then maybe you realize that that is actually where you guys are strongest, or maybe like in the midfield, you believe you can match them. But then when the match day comes, you realize that they not only haven't played those left backs and right backs that are weak, but they've actually played, let's say, centre backs, people who are just going to sit and defend and close down your guys. And the guys that have been put there are actually good. You get? That's the situation that
mm,
Liverpool is in. They are now in the field. They are supposed to deliver, but the problem is what they expected. It's not what is showing up. You get? So now reacting to the situation as is now what is causing problems because right now what is being called for. Let's first talk about the things that came out. Number one, the players are off form. Some players came back for preseason while they were injured. Some players like McAllister didn't have a preseason. Some players like now, if you look at Isak, it has taken him time. First of all, he came into a already disorganized team and is expected to kick off immediately to start performing. I mean, there are very many things. Now, what is being called for right now is Slaughter's abilities of being a man manager, of being a tactician. Those are now the powers that are being called on. It's not about just writing a squad like like last season, how we would just The squad will just pick itself and you just write this one's going to start here. This one, I mean, everyone knows Alisson in goal, this one there, this one there. He doesn't have to. It's not rocket science. You get right now. It's not, what is being called for is tactics, and that is now where we are right now. We are at a point where the tactics have been failing. Sometimes they look like they are working, and then things are happening. And now the Salah thing also happened, and that's where we are right now. Just to fast forward to what is the latest from Liverpool, Slot says they are going to have a talk with Salah to determine which way to move forward. Either he's playing the Brighton game or he's going to be left out, or like how are we moving forward? You get. And there's someone hinted on today by saying that by the time the club is reaching a point of sitting down with a player, it means that things are actually what bigger than the way we might think about them. It looks like things are really big, and I believe they are because this is your best player. If not you, one of your best players, then he's your best player. And things have happened. I have my views about Slot. I have my views about Salah, but at the end of the day, the biggest loser in this entire thing becomes the club, Liverpool, because the number one thing that we all know is that Slot will leave, as Salah will leave at some point, but Liverpool will stay. You get so it's not like as if they are going with the all the issues that they are going to leave behind. They are leaving the issues for Liverpool as a club. Even the Liverpool ownership, FSG, it can change. But the number one thing that can never change is the Liverpool club. Liverpool will always remain there. Whatever problems are left, the club will have to move on with them. So for
Mm,
me, it's the biggest loser will be the club, depending on how the whole thing is handled. If they do not handle it before Salah goes for AFCON, I guarantee you, even by the time he's coming back, because it's actually going to be a matter of people, one party or both parties, coming down their egos and choosing. Yes, I have my own interests, but how can we negotiate and make sure that we all come out of this as winners?
mm,
That's what I'm thinking. That is the best solution. How can we come out of this as winners? Because whichever way the PR media, because you look at people like the Echo, you look at how they were after the Inter win, everything that they were praising was directed
mm,
at Slot. And I was asking myself, was it Slot that played? Was it? There's not because let's be very objective here. You're
mm,
praising Slot for doing something. It's like the praises that he was getting from last season. That team of Liverpool would choose itself. There is no way that you can say that there was something tricky that he did here and there. That team would choose itself. It's the same thing because of the injuries that the team went with into this Champions League game. The squad was going to choose itself. There is no way he was going to bench Ekitike or bench Vats or like he had to play those guys. You get those were the guys he had to play. But when you look at the media, like for example, the Echo, a Liverpool what those people who are insiders, the PR of the club and all that, those guys who really try to push narratives. They are talking about how tactics and all this Slot came out, genius and all that. And in my mind, I'm asking myself, you people, do you realize that Slot actually is not the one who played? And the tactics you're talking about, this guy, his hands were tied. There is nothing else he could do. He had to play all Isak and Ekitike at the same. There is, I guarantee you, there is no Isak and Ekitike were starting at the same time. If actually the entire team was fit, there is no way. I guarantee you, there is no way they were both starting. Most likely, Gakpo was going to start. Most likely, Gakpo was going to start. We have been crying for Chiesa a lot. There is no Chiesa was starting that game. I don't think he was going to start that game. So and I can only go by history to tell me all this. So them coming out to clearly show that they are biased and trying to make the coach look good. And I mean, we are not going to say that the coach has not done good things. He has done good things, but this narrative of pushing, like the whole talk when we're talking of something negative in this scenario, we're talking about Salah. But I mean, we forget to talk about the other side of things. Come on, Yes, we want, it is good for a club to keep things in house. It is a beautiful thing. Though that's a laundry. No club wants it to come out. We need to keep things in house and handle them in house. But please don't just drop things and then you start, a legend of the, because I mean people these days throw around that word legend and loosely, but Salah is a genuine legend of Liverpool. Genuine. He's arguably the best player of Liverpool in the last many years, or
Thank
possibly
you.
one of the best three, one of the best three in the entire history of Liverpool. Yeah. So
Well, Ken, what do you have to say about the whole situation at Liverpool? Do you feel
I
that Salah coming out to criticize the manager and saying that he was thrown under the bus, was it really justifiable, or he disrespected the club as we saw Carragher ranting on Sky Sport?
I mean, personally, among all the Liverpool legends that came out to speak about that situation, I think Gerrard had the best submission. If you actually listen to his comments about that entire situation, Gerrard came out to say, he actually said that players, the human beings, and they also have emotions. Sometimes you can have an emotional outburst, and
mm,
you get a head loss, and you just speak. You get, but he urged Salah to. He said Salah will come out. Okay, might come out sometime and maybe apologize because at that moment was in his head. And it's clear, man. Salah, you have been among the best. Okay, let's say in the last 8 years, he has been arguably Liverpool's best players.
Not
And then,
only, even
okay,
in the league.
yeah, okay, in the league.
Mm.
And then 3 games you're being benched, and I think Slot wasn't calling him in to explain to him the reason why he's benching him in these games. Yeah,
Mm.
because I mean, you have to. His son is your best player. I mean, why don't you come and invite him to your office and explain to him, I'm benching you because of this, blah blah blah. You just leave him out of the squad, and then you don't even bring him when you're doing bad during the game. I mean, Salah is one person that can change because of his abilities. I get that he's off form. He has been off form recently, but he's one person that you can look at to come and change a game. But you go 90 minutes and you do not even think about him. That is, to me, disrespectful. He was being disrespectful, and of course, Salah is human being and he has emotions, and he just got that head loss and ranted. So I don't really think that Jamie Carragher was it must have been a personal issue with him, with Salah. Of course, even during the interview, Salah called him
So,
out.
sorry to cut you short. You know the
Mm,
funny thing about this, after
yeah.
Sarah saying whatever he said on the interview, he
Mm.
said, "I can't wait tomorrow for Carragher to come for me. I know he will." So
Yes, he
they
always
have
does.
some
So
personal beef fight we don't know about, and it
I
was like
mm,
it was all expected. Immediately
yeah.
tomorrow, Sky
I
Sport
don't
Carragher out tweeting.
I don't understand why Carragher there has a lot of audacity. I get that he has played around 700 games for Liverpool. So in his head he thinks that he's a Liverpool legend. You get, like,
Also
he has
paid
he
by the
feels
club.
like he has all the rights to
He's
come
the
for these
Liverpool
players.
ambassador.
Yes. Yet
So
he
he
literally didn't win anything. He didn't. That guy scored 7 own goals. I mean, you get, so for him to come out for an actual legend like Salah, if Salah retires today, I promise you, or if he
Mm,
leaves Liverpool today, he's one of the best three. You can put him up there with the Gerrard. That is how good Salah has been for Liverpool. So
yeah.
I get Salah. He has his own issues. Like, he went wrong in some directions. I mean, saying that the club has thrown him under the bus. I mean, that was a head loss. Let's not even say anything else. That was head loss. Was not trying to do that, but I mean, you also have to look at the manager's wrongs.
Mm.
He did not sit down Salah to explain to him, and that is just the problems that came out of the entire situation. But I hope Liverpool fix this as early as possible because, again, Gerard said this is bigger than we all think it is. Okay,
Mm.
so
Yeah,
the faster we fix
and
this,
again, if
the
I
better. And
sorry, Ken.
I
If I may,
believe
yes.
before the game, before the Inter Milan game, Gareth again said this is going to be the best win because he couldn't wait to win that game. He really wanted to win that game to prove his point that they do not need Salah. And at some point was actually saying that Salah is less of a legend than, I think he was comparing with Henderson, that Henderson is the reason why they won trophy. Forgetting that Liverpool single-handedly won last season's trophy without even Henderson. You get, so Gallagher just got the entire.
No,
It
no.
was just a personal issue for me. That's how I see it.
Is it Henderson? Is it Carragher who talked about Henderson? I remember someone said talked about Henderson, but not Carragher. Was it Carragher?
What
It was someone else. I remember.
was
It was
yeah,
someone else. One of
it could
those.
have been a different, yeah, it could have McCarthy,
Yes,
some other guy.
yeah, Maktia, something like that. And you
Oh
see,
yes, McCarthy, yeah,
you
yeah.
see, that thing that it is things like that that clearly make you know that this is people doing things because they are paid, because that is where they earn their bread from. It's where they earn from. Because if you're trying to tell me that Liverpool won the previous trophies because of Henderson, that is a lie.
Mm,
That is a lie. The reason I will tell you it's a lie is because take Henderson out of that Liverpool team. That Liverpool team are still champions. Take Salah out of that Liverpool team. That Liverpool team are not champions. And you're talking about leadership and all that. Well, if you're talking about leadership, Liverpool has leaders in that team. Liverpool
mm,
had people like Robertson, he had people like Van Dijk, who were leaders, Alisson, who were leaders. Just because Henderson was the captain, it doesn't mean that they couldn't do without him. They, and you see, as a captain, I believe if as a captain, if there was no one else, like no one else you will see who can lead the team and all that, you would say that yes. But as a player, no. As a player, I mean, come on. Fabinho would start, and then Wijnaldum is playing there, and probably maybe a Jones or someone else is playing in that position. There is no way you can. Oh my God, there is no way you can tell me that Liverpool doesn't win the Champions League and the Premier League without Henderson. Take Henderson out of that team, Liverpool still wins those trophies. Take Salah out of those teams, there is no way Liverpool wins those three trophies. No way. There is no way.
Well,
And we are talking about this.
mm.
Yeah, sorry. I was going off track. I was going off track a bit there. Yes, continue.
Well, for me, uh, it is right for a player to come out and say whatever he says, but I think Salah chose the wrong time. I know, and why did you have to wait for Liverpool to drop points? Then you can face the journalists to say whatever you have to say. For me, he chose the wrong time.
We,
That
we
is one.
agree. We agree.
Yeah,
Yes.
completely wrong. And I know he's right to really bring out his frustrations, but let's not forget he has been terrible this season. He has not been performing,
Yes.
and I
Yes.
know he deserves answers on why he was benched. But man, you
Yes.
have to look at yourself. Have you been performing? A
The
player
timing
has
was
to
wrong.
place in the team, regardless of who you are. I know
Yes.
he's the player, but you have to earn your place in the team. So, well,
Yes.
happened. I hope going forward they can sit down and resolve all these issues. But I know for a fact
It
that he'll
actually,
be AFCON this coming
I,
week.
I I actually believe they are doing it as we speak, and I believe before a Brighton game we are going to get answers. At least say that tonight or by tomorrow morning we shall be having answers on that whole
Mm.
situation. Yeah.
Slot, slot to be holding his press conference today, right?
I think he already held his press conference, and that is where he talked about Salah, not I mean him meetings. They're going to talk about Salah, talk with Salah, and there's one thing for me. I believe the slot that you see, the slot that we see in press conferences, not the slot that we see that is in the background. Totally, I totally disagree. This one here is like a PR, someone like a rehearsed thing,
Mm,
for the media, to show, yeah, which is a good thing sometimes, especially in times of chaos like this. But the slot that we see is not the same slot that in the what? In the I don't think so. I highly doubt that. But anyway, we just wait and see the information, whatever information it is,
mm.
whatever that we get from that whole situation.
All right. Moving on from Liverpool, United won their game against Wolverhampton. Well, it was it was expected, regardless of how they have been performing of recent. Wolves are struggling. They have only 2 points in 15 games, so they are definitely are going to be relegated. Well, Ken, what do you have to say about your big win against Wolves?
To start with, remember on the very first show this season, I predicted that Wolves was going to really struggle this season.
Mm.
First of all, when the season was ending, they already looking very bad, and they sold one of their best players in Cunha to United, and I think they lost a couple of other players.
They lost 8-0 to City.
Exactly. Those are arguably one of their best seasons. If you look back to they're one of their best players looking back to last season. So their coach was not very convincing. They fired him, and I think they're still struggling after firing that coach.
Do you
So
know what is funny, Ken?
yeah,
They rehired a coach they had fired before.
mm,
So we'll continue.
it's like if United brings back Jose Mourinho. But anyway, Wolves, man, this season has been very terrible for them. There's no way out there's no way out. I don't see them not getting relegated this season. And if United had not won that game, I can assure you right now, the manager would have changed. Would have been looking at but the issue is for me as a United fan, I don't get it why some United fans are moved by that win, because it
Mm,
was pretty obvious that United had to come and win that game by all means.
yeah.
Even on the fact that we were away, we had to win that game. I mean, it was Wolves. They have 2 points the entire season. It was actually funny because they drew. They scored that equalizer just before that half ended. Uh,
Mm, mm, mm.
and I thought maybe we are going to again throw this game, but the boys, I think, after that second half, we strategized very well, and then we won that game. But still, for me, that game has not really changed my perspective about this current United problems. We are going to win that game, come to the next game, and completely do the worst you get. So
Playing Bournemouth.
personally, for me, I'm yeah,
You're playing Bournemouth next Monday Night Football.
yeah. I first wait. I really I don't understand why United they keep giving us Monday nights, Friday nights,
Well,
early
you should
kickoff. Those are
you don't
understand
have you don't have
because
Champions
you don't
League.
have European football. Do you play in Europe? Do
yes.
you?
If we don't play Europe,
So you
that
have
should
to
be a
wait
reason
for
why we should be
everyone that
playing
plays
on
in Europe
Saturdays.
to play their games. That is the
Yes.
consequence of not qualifying for Europe.
No man, listen. We do not play European football. I
Yeah.
assure you that should be a reason why we should be playing on Saturday nights. Hey, there's
No,
no reason. There's no
you
reason why
don't.
you're placing
You don't
United
pick,
on Monday. Yes?
you don't pick and choose. That is
Yeah,
the
but I
consequences
mean,
of.
there's no rocket science there. Just put us on Saturday nights. It's simple as that. Why are you putting
The
us on
only
Monday
the
night? Why are
only
you putting us on
reason
Friday
is you
nights?
put yourself in this position, my friend.
Those games are. I mean, is United the only team that is not playing European football? Out of the 20 teams, there are only 5 teams that are playing. Okay, 6 teams that are playing European football. United
My
just
friend,
happens to be one of the other 14. So why place United on Monday night, Friday night, early kickoff? It beats my understanding, honestly.
my
And those
friend,
games, once
why
United is
at
playing
this
Friday
season,
night,
make
Monday
sure
night.
this
Sorry.
season you finish in top four. then
Mm.
you won't have to complain about playing on Mondays, okay?
Mm. It just beats my understanding. I hope those guys look into these fixtures and change, because
I
if
think
you put
there
United
will
on a
be a
Monday
change.
night, on a
There will
Friday
be a
night,
change
you're just setting
after.
us up for another loss. Yes,
They're not setting you up. Stop
they're
saying
setting
that.
us up.
No way. No way. I think it will change after this festive season. I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
Well, for me, I there was no surprises anyway. For even after that equalizer before halftime, I expected United to come back and win the game. Wolves didn't put up any fight, man.
They did
These
not put
guys
up any fight. That game was just
just gave up.
their defense is. I thought our defense was bad, but their defense is also. They also play a back three, right?
Yeah,
But
they
then
do.
theirs is sorry.
They do.
Yes, but then theirs is worst. I thought we had the worst because United plays five defenders, but we still, if you look at all
You've
other
gone
teams,
mute, Ken.
it's like we have, it's like we have the second worst
Ken, check your mic.
defense.
Check your mic. We can't hear you.
I'm saying, can you
You're
hear
on
me?
mute.
Can you hear me?
No, maybe
Yes, I
rejoin,
can.
rejoin.
I can hear you.
No man, no. I mean, Oscar
We
can
can't
hear
hear
me.
you. Rejoin,
Oscar,
rejoin.
you can
I
hear
don't know
me.
why he can't hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Go off and rejoin, Ken.
Okay.
Oscar,
Yes.
Oscar.
Yes, I can hear you. Ken, can you
Can
hear
you
me?
hear me, Oscar?
Yes, I can hear you. Ken, can you hear
Why
me?
have I lost all your voices? I think you also have to rejoin. Is it network? Oscar, you should also move off and rejoin. I don't seem to get your voices. Sorry about that, people that are watching. There's a slight glitch. We hope it is fixed now. Ken,
Yes, I'm back. I hope you can hear me now,
what
right?
is wrong? What is wrong with the sound? I can't hear you.
You can't.
I think the issue is on his side.
Oscar, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Ye-
Yes.
yes, yes. I can hear you.
Why am I not getting you guys? What is the glitch on my side?
Yeah.
Definitely, it's on your side.
Let me check. Let me check here. Quick.
Anyway,
My sound
Oscar,
seems
you can hear
okay.
me, right?
People
Yes,
that
I
are
can hear you.
watching, can you get my sound? Please confirm in the comments.
We can hear you, but you can't hear us.
I think that is his issue now. It's on his side.
Is the issue with my mic? Oh my god. Let me first go off now.
Yes, Ken,
Yeah.
you are saying something about your club.
I was saying that our defense has been one of the worst this
Can you
season.
guys get me?
Second worst, actually.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can
Can you
get.
guys hear
I
me?
can hear you. Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know what is happening, honestly.
No man, do you get us?
Me, I can hear. I can hear you. Ken, I'm sure you can also hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, but the problem is, I think he's.
Yeah, most likely.
I was saying that our defense needs to be fixed
Hello.
because we are one of the worst.
Mm.
We have been second worst defense this season, despite playing a five defense system.
Guys, I'm going to go off and come back, okay?
Okay.
All right.
No man, I mean Oscar will host if that is okay.
So
So
so so you're saying your defense is worse than Liverpool's defense, or it's almost at the same level.
no, I mean considering the goals conceded, we are
Let's
second
look
after
at it.
all. Yes.
Let me just try to check
I
a
was still
few
explaining.
stats here.
I was still explaining the Wolves versus United game.
Yes,
Yes, and then I was saying
yes,
I thought our defense was really bad until I saw that Wolves game
Guys, you
because
can get me now.
yeah,
yes, I can get you.
Continue, guys. Continue.
yeah. As I was still explaining, I was explaining that the Wolves versus United game, and I was saying that I thought our defense was bad until I saw that Wolves game. They play a five defenses team like just like us, but theirs is really bad. And that's how United came to score. I mean, every counter attack was almost like a goal. Dalot missed a chance in the first 10 minutes. It was a one-on-one. We got a couple of that game. If we were technical enough, I feel like could have even scored six goals. But that
Mm.
kudos to the keeper who tried to save a couple of shots there.
Mm.
Yeah, but that is not a game that I look back to and feel like United really did something because it was expected. At least I expected like a two. I mean, four was a gift, but I've
Mm.
personally expected we would win like 2-1, the way we usually win our games. Yeah,
So
but now
I,
going to the
I have a
Bournemouth.
cheeky
Sorry.
question, Ken. I
Yeah,
have a cheeky question.
yeah.
Should that guy that is trying to cut his hair after you win 5 in a row, should he have hope?
No way. You can't make such a statement after a Wolves game. Seriously.
The
No.
man is trying to cut his hair. It's almost now 2 years. You
The
haven't won.
only chance that guy had was that 3-win streak that we had.
Mm.
Yeah, when we
He came
beat
close.
Liverpool. Sorry,
He came
that was
close.
the only chance that he has. He had rather
The
this
man has a whole forest on his head. He's trying
mm,
to wait for United to win 5 games in a row.
man, and teams keep trolling us because now look at Aston Villa. They started really badly, but those guys
Mm.
have actually had a 6-game winning streak. If
Yeah.
if you look at their form right now. And
Mm.
teams keep coming up to troll us that if this guy was a Aston Villa fan, he would have been
Gone
happy. But
bad.
now you get, but it's not
Uh,
happening under not this season. I don't
mm,
see it happening this season. United is not going to win 5 games in a row. That one I can assure you. And now this weekend I mean on Monday we are playing Bournemouth. Yeah,
mm,
Bournemouth has not really been very good this
yeah.
season. If you look at their form, they got a win against Everton. Uh,
Mm.
I mean, Everton just beat them 1-0 last
They
weekend.
haven't won in 5 games.
Yeah. So,
Mm.
but
Get the
I
lead almost all the time.
cannot
Yeah.
undermine this game really because Bournemouth is also good. They've not
Mm.
won, but they're good. So I'm going into this game very skeptical, but I expect a win, of course, because
Mm.
first of all, we are at United. We have not been playing at United. I mean, we are at United, and I hope we win that. I just wish we win that game so that we keep on the form. But the 5-game winning streak is not happening now. Yeah.
Table leaders Arsenal dropped points
Mm.
against Villa. It looked like it was a draw. Then Buendia came on and won it for Villa, and that means that there are only 2 points ahead of Manchester City, who won their game. There are 3 points, just 3 points ahead of Villa. I don't know how many points. Is it 10 ahead of Liverpool and 11, 9 ahead of Chelsea? Yeah, that is how it looks. Well, you might feel that it is now crunch time. Arsenal is under pressure because City has closed the gap to only 2 points, and it looks like they are on form. It's a concern. As a fan who haven't won a Premier League for 22 years now, I'm really concerned. We looked like we were cruising the league, and now all of a sudden it is close. So, well, we definitely need the response against Wolves. That is the game I expect us to win comfortably. I don't need drama. It will be
That is
really.
the response of all teams.
I would honestly lose it if we drop points to Wolves. I will
If
lose my
it
head.
was another team, maybe. No, come on. There's no you're dropping points
There
against
was
Wolves.
one of those pundits.
Man.
There's no
No
way.
man, one of those pundits came out to say that Arsenal's biggest challenges are the draws. You
Mm,
get, because we have all known Arsenal has not been losing games, but those draws really take off points. I mean,
mm,
if you draw, you get only 1 point. I mean, you get only 1 point, right?
yeah.
So if you guys do not stop drawing, we are going to, because we have seen Man City losing games. It has been losing games. It has not been consistent. But how are they just 2 points behind you guys after
That that is
you guys
crazy.
having a really
How
good run?
crazy the league is.
I had
We
to just go. I had to first
because
confirm
the
if
3 points.
maybe Arsenal has games in hand.
No, no way. Well, I expect us to bounce back against Wolves. We have after seeing Ateta's presser, we are going to welcome a few players back. I think Saliba, Declan Rice, and Timber should be back for this game.
Mm.
And it's nice to see Gabriel Jesus also get minutes against Club Brugge. Madrid had a good performance. Um, we had Nogard playing in the centre back role. He didn't really have much to do. It was quite comfortable against Club Brugge, honestly. Martinelli scored also
Mm.
a good goal. It was good to see these players coming and performing, but the main thing is the league. We need these guys to perform in the league. Maybe another concern is Martin Odegaard still didn't perform against Club Brugge, and this is someone who is really guaranteed to start our games. It is really annoying. He's not the same guy anymore, honestly. He's not the guy we used to watch 2 years ago. He's too passive.
2, 3 years ago.
Yeah, he's too passive, uses so many touches on the ball, he slows our tempo, and he's our captain. So,
No, no
it's
man.
a
Let me ask,
yeah.
who is Odegaard playing ahead of? Because I presume Eze.
Is it?
Eze has been starting games.
Yes.
Who is he
Eze
playing ahead of?
is no
Yes.
longer games.
Yes.
No, his position. That position he plays. It's the position Eze is supposed to be playing.
Yeah. So when
Eze
Eze
is
starts,
injured.
yeah, he starts on the left, and we all know that he's not really good on the left side. So
Mm.
because Ateta wants to start Odegaard, either Eze has to start on the bench or start on the wing. So we have been winning games with our midfield three of Eze, Zubimendi, and Rice. Now all of a sudden that has changed because Odegaard is back fit, and guess who is back soon? Kai Havertz will be back soon. So I hope this guy doesn't.
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
is trying to fit in his favorite. Honestly,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
looks
Yes.
like
Yes.
it looks like that because if he tries to play his favorites, our whole season will be messed up. Because man, we looked fluid. You can all agree that Arsenal was fluid with Eze, Zubimendi, and Declan Rice has our midfield three. Now the captain is back, and yeah, what can I say? Well, against Wolves, I know he will play Eze, Odegaard, and Zubimendi. Rice will start on the bench because he's been nursing a knock for 2 games now. But I should expect us to win comfortably. Honestly, if we drop points against Wolves, it's crisis time. Honestly, because
Uh,
guess what? We are playing Everton after Wolves, a game that I expect us to have a terrible, terrible time away. So we should be able to win this game, honestly. I won't expect anything. other than 3 points. If we dare drop points against Wolves, I'm going to be fuming. Honestly, I'm going to be fuming. I don't know what you guys talk about that game.
Honestly, I'll be helping you to fume because a team of Arsenal's caliber shouldn't be dropping points against Wolves. I don't care if it is EPL and any team can beat any team. But right now, currently constructed, there is no way Wolves is supposed to be taking points off a club like City, off a club like Arsenal. Given the current
Mm,
form, there is no way. Yeah, that one it will be another a new record, an all-time low in
mm,
Arteta's regime, you know. Yeah, so for me, if I'm to just maybe piggyback a bit on what happened from the Aston Villa time,
mm,
I think yes, people look at it as it's panic time and all that, Arsenal doing Arsenal things and all that. But let's just look back a bit and then see some of the things that the main things that we can point at why Arsenal was struggling to always get over the line. Number one, we talked of squad depth, which when injuries hit becomes an issue. Then mentality is another thing that can be talked about. Then maybe mentality, maybe we can put there also Ateta. Ateta having an issue. Maybe those are maybe the few things that we can talk about. Now, if we were to look at this Arsenal team currently constructed, you're not going to tell me that the team doesn't have squad depth. There is no way you can tell me they don't have squad depth. So in my view, I feel that is one box ticked, which I expect. Of course, when it comes to the business end of things, uh, Pep's abilities as a coach are going to kick in. But I believe the advantage that Pep had over other teams was because he had a squad which was so huge and it would always chop and change and they would always perform. You get.
mm,
Also, I thought that was the advantage that he had at that time. So right now, I believe Arsenal has the squad to match him. So I don't expect Arsenal to really struggle on that regard. Then the regard of mentality. Mentality, I believe that these players have seen a lot of struggles that at least at some point something has to give. You can't tell me that Gabriel is this mentality is not up there to make him actually be able to concentrate and be able to grind out a result. You have very many players there, Timber. You have players like Saliba, which I believe should. You have guys like in that midfield, Rice.
mm,
The guys I'm expecting to stand up and be counted. I expect Saka to stand up and be counted. You know,
mm,
I expect him to
mm,
stand up and be counted. So that also I believe is going to help the other players around to also, do something. You get. So for me, when I look at all the reasons why anyone would say that this is panic time for Arsenal and Arsenal is doing Arsenal things, I look at every box and I'm like, you know what? Yes, maybe that would have been the case maybe last season or the seasons before. But currently constructed, nah. I expect Arsenal to bounce back against the Wolves. I expect Arsenal to actually beat Everton. I expect Arsenal to actually continue from where they stopped, not the draws, but to actually start winning again. Right now, City is already hot and all that, but trust me, that City defense has not yet proven. It's not yet proven. They
mm,
have a lot of firepower at the front, but that defense is not yet well proven. So, while on the other hand, Arsenal's defense well proven. So their issue is only now scoring goals. And I kept on telling people, I kept on saying when they find the right switch for Gyökeres and Gyökeres starts scoring, it's going to be a very big problem. I believe when Havertz comes back, if Havertz is the one that is actually putting the balls in the net, I believe he let him play. I have no problem with him playing. As much as I believe he's not a striker, I have no problem with him playing. And that is for me where the of my point of squad depth comes in. I believe that Arsenal has a squad that is so deep that there is no way Ateta has a reason for not winning one of the big two. If he can't win one of the big two, it will just be shameful for him to stay in that job. Very shameful because there will be no logical reason for him to stay in that job. Yeah, that's what
mm.
I have to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally agree with what Oscar said there. Arsenal, this
Mm,
squad is really good. Okay, and the defense, I think the big leaders in the defense are coming back. Saliba, then I think Gabriel is also coming back very soon. So that defensive player should really There was a point where you guys were challenging Chelsea's 15 goals conceded the whole season. But right now,
Yeah,
what do you sit at? How many goals have you conceded
I
already?
think there are like 7 or 8.
Yeah, eight,
Let me
and
just confirm here.
yeah. Let's wait and see how that unfolds. But yeah, I totally agree with
The whole
Oscar.
season.
You guys
Yeah,
need
of
to
the
bounce
season.
back. You guys need to
Yeah,
bounce
right now
back
you're
and start
considered
winning
nine. You
games.
can't. Right now you're
9.
Yes,
considered nine. So there's no way you're telling me you're only going to concede six before the
And
season ends.
because
That is
the
that
last
is a
four
tough
games
ask, man.
we have
That
not
is a
had
tough
Salah.
ask.
I believe, I believe
I don't
we had
care. I
Saliba.
don't I don't care if Saliba is around or Gabriel. There is no way you're conceding only six
No,
goals in the
no,
whole
Oscar,
EPL.
hear me out. Hear me out. I'm not saying
No
we
way.
could have broke the record, but I'm saying
Eh,
the goals
mm,
could have been less than 9, maybe or
I
5 or
believe
6.
so.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, I was just talking about the record. That record, there is
The
no way it is
record
going to
is
be
very high.
beaten.
The league is too
Yeah,
competitive. Mm.
yeah.
yeah.
I believe Arsenal has to bounce back. If you guys are really serious about this league, you have to bounce back. Um, your next couple of games, you don't have a really serious game out there. Everton, and then I think after Wolves you have Everton, then Brighton, and then I think again you go back to Aston Villa as your first game. Yes,
In January,
yeah. So you
Are
guys
you
have,
sure,
yeah. I'm seeing the
man?
fixture here on the screen.
that's that's
So
that's
you guys have
that's
to
tight.
revenge. You have to go back with a revenge mentality and totally beat them because this time around you're at Emirates. But
we will
as I
beat
was
them
saying,
at home.
yeah,
We'll beat them at home.
yeah,
They've
Arsenal
never
is really,
don't
if
beat us home and away. They
if
don't.
what I'm saying is if Arsenal is going to win this league, yes, the draws
Mm.
can be in there, but at least lose maybe one in maybe
In 7.
10 games, 8 games. You
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
just like you've been doing, so that you keep the momentum. City
Mm.
obviously is not looking very good at the moment.
Mm.
They're not consistent. The games you expect them to come and win, they come and drop points. So I don't see them really putting up a very okay. They're putting up a challenge, but I don't think they're going to surpass Arsenal in the league. But this is football. You can't be very sure. So, but generally, I
For me,
expect Arsenal
well,
to come
for
back
me,
and
that is
yeah.
one of the things I'm
I beg your
clinging
pardon?
on. One of the things that I'm clinging on is that the
Mm,
rivals are also not so good enough. City
yes.
can drop points, Chelsea can drop points. We all know what is happening at Liverpool. That is the only thing that is giving me hope. But also,
Mm,
I should be concerned as a fan because looking back at that game against Villa,
mm.
I didn't like the mentality of the players. Honestly, I know Trossard came on and equalized, but after that equalizer, they didn't show anything. We didn't offer
And
anything.
generally,
But
that game, Aston Villa was a better team. Let's be honest.
yeah, yeah,
Put
exactly.
up
So
the challenge.
I didn't like the performance. I didn't like the
Mm,
mentality, conceding in the last minute, all
that
everything.
that's why
So
Arsenal fans were all ranting towards the Aston Villa manager. They are saying he has something against Arsenal.
no, it is
But
just now
who can blame him?
psychological.
Who can blame him? You can't blame him.
Now
You can't
psychological
blame
game.
him.
Mm.
Even as fans went into that game knowing, yeah,
It will be a tough one, right?
it is going to be a tough game. It is now
Mm.
psychological. And this season, these are things we should now overcome. We should now move on from.
Yeah.
Going to Villa, we should expect to win that game regardless of our previous record. And guess what? It was just bread and butter of the previous seasons. We went there, capitulated. And performances from most of those players, it was unacceptable, man. Saka, Eze, Odegaard. I could mention almost the whole team. They didn't perform.
There is one thing, if I may, sorry. There is one thing
Mm,
that I noticed that when push comes to shove, when things become hard, the Arsenal pulls out their number one weapon, which is what? Dead ball situations. and then the dead ball expert in Gabriel always shows up. You get.
Yeah.
Now the
Yeah.
fact that Gabriel wasn't there, that dead ball situation didn't necessarily threaten that much in that
Yeah.
situation. But
We have
I
forward.
think
Yeah.
yeah, what you're talking about of mentality, I totally agree with it in the regard that with all those star players and players who have the ability to take control of a game, none of
Mm.
them actually stood up tall and was like, you know what, give me the ball. Let's look,
Mm.
let's find a way. And I believe that's one of the things that Eze was brought for. I believe that's one of the reasons why Eze was. I don't know either he has not been empowered, but also on the other hand, Rice has been empowered. At least for me, I know Rice has been empowered. Maybe Eze has not yet been empowered for him to know that, you know what, this is your team. Get the team by the neck and pull it to the finish
Mm.
line. Maybe that has not happened, but I then there's also Saka. Actually, I expect Saka to actually be doing that because why? Because Saka is very capable, very
Yeah.
capable. There are very few defenders in this world that can actually shut him out. But it's like what
In average this
sometimes he just
season.
chooses
Yeah.
not to.
He's been average.
So it was yeah. So in that regard, and you see with Saka, he's being average. He may not actually even score, but his
Mm.
impact, that assist, he may not give the last assist, but he will actually cause a situation which will actually lead to a goal. You get.
Yeah.
Now that is
Yeah.
where for me I have an issue. I have an issue with it in the Chelsea game. I have an issue with it in the Aston Villa game because those are games where people need to stand up to be counted. Those are games where you will find people like the Manes, the Salahs, back in the day. They will probably not appear like for the first 15 minutes or something, but they have those moments where they'll get the game by the neck and be like, you know what, we drag the
Yeah.
game to the finish line and cause a situation which will actually what lead to a goal. So
Yeah.
I think Arteta needs to wake his players up in that regard. It's not going to be there's moments which are not actually going to be a team effort. It's going to be an individual dragging the entire team. And the person who has been doing it a lot has been Gabriel in those dead ball situations. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, when the dead balls are not working, it's like nothing is working. That is
Yeah.
also a very big problem.
And you see, man, I don't know, but our front line just seems to be off. They're not clicking at all. We are not
Mm.
looking good in the forward line. I've been watching so many content creators, slugging Yokores but man, I know what I'm watching. We don't create nothing for him. Nothing. The guy has to feed off scraps, he has to look for chances. But man, apparently he's a bad player, he's a
No,
wasted.
he's not. He's not.
Fans
He's
are
not.
reaction. But honestly,
It,
for me,
it
I know
mm.
see we don't create for this guy, man. These
For
guys
me,
just knock
yeah,
the ball around. They don't create chances for him, and we expect him to
no,
score.
they don't.
How, man?
No, man.
I,
Don't you
it's
think
the
it's
same thing for
about
me.
his positioning also? Because how is Merino getting goals over Gyökeres? And yet
Look,
Merino is
look,
more overlooked because
just
he comes in
just
and
like
gets in those headers.
okay,
Okay,
Ken,
now I'm
to
just asking.
answer your question,
Mm,
just like Oscar was talking about Isak, that
mm,
when he's playing, no one is crossing the ball, blah 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 blah. You get when
yeah.
Merino is actually playing, they put in the crosses. Or I don't know if it is just mental that they know he's good in the air, but they always seem to
Mm.
put in the crosses. When Gyökeres is on, you'll never see someone playing that ball on transition for him to run up to. You'll never see a cross in the box. All they do is
Yeah,
knock the ball around. That's what they do.
and yet those players are actually, you see the guy even asking for the ball, like he's positioning himself to run through for the
Yes,
ball, but no one is passing the ball through. You get?
there is a
It's
trending
by the
clip
very
on
annoying.
yeah,
It's very
there's a
annoying.
trending clip on TikTok of Odegaard. Gyökeres started a run and he asked for the ball. The guy added another touch. He went another side, asked for the ball. Odegaard still added another touch till the guy was flagged offside. Yet he could have released him from the center. You know, that is what I'm saying. You know that ball as a place to Martinelli quite often. Those are the
Mm.
type of balls they
Mm-hmm.
should be for Gyökeres. And how many times have they done that? No, I've
Yeah.
not seen it. I'm sorry, I've not. It is only 15 games in. There's no way I'm going to sit here and start saying, Gyökeres is a bad striker. There's no way. The guy scored 100 goals for
Yeah,
Sporting
and those guys are
CP in just 2
beating
seasons.
them.
There's no way I'm going to just sit here and say striker. There's no way. There's no way. But we are not just. Unfortunately, he may not work out at Arsenal, but that won't be down to him being bad. It will be down to the team. And you know what is funny? I think Ateta now is trying to justify that this wasn't the right profile I wanted. That is why he keeps on even playing Merino as his 9. And you know what? Kai Havertz will be coming back in, and we will be seeing Gyökeres third on the packing order, which is crazy. We spent how much on him? It is annoying. It is annoying, but he just needs to sort out his system and talks to the midfielders, Saka and them man. They need to play balls to Gyökeres for him to thrive, for him to score goals. Otherwise, I don't expect him to create chances for himself. Let's be honest. Does Haaland create chances for himself at City? No.
No.
They play to his strength. But a lot of fans are slugging Gyökeres off, which is annoying, man. It's annoying to see. The fan base are already turning up on him. It is annoying, but
What
I hope
about
he.
Madueke? He has looked very good in a few games, recent games.
Yeah,
So,
Madueke has
what do you think
ever
about?
since ever since he made his debut, he has
Mm,
looked good. But now he had to add on his end product because he can do
yes.
all of the
Mm,
taking on players, the skills and everything. But his final ball, that is only the issue.
yes.
Okay, we are now happy that he's starting at least to do that. Against Club Brugge, he had the end product, the final ball. The question is, can he keep it up? That is the only question. Because, as he said in his interview after the game, everyone has to play a part if Arsenal is to win anything this season. They all have to play the part, man. If you come in, do the job because we have a lot of players now out. The players available have to do the job. No excuses of we don't have this one, we don't have this one is out injured, blah blah blah. No excuses this season. They have to deliver, man. I'm sorry, Oscar. This season, if it's Champions League, Premier League, we are good enough to go for those trophies. Tell me who is the favorite to win the UCL this season. It is just for anyone
Of
who's
course,
taking it,
it's
honestly.
Arsenal and Bayern.
And anyone can just take it. So I like this mentality. I like
Yeah.
the fact that Mabreke came out and said we are good enough to win these trophies. All along the previous season, like all I could hear, let's see how far we can go. I want to see my players sitting in the camera and saying we want to win this trophy. You see, that should be the mentality, man. We have been stabbed for so long. This should be the year, man. But it's not going to be easy, I know. But I want to believe that they know what is at stake. That is what I am supposed to believe as a fan. Because the pain I have, it should be the pain they have. And honestly, I'm only seeing a few players applying that on the pitch. Declan Rice, Saliba, Gabriel, the backline. But then Saka, I'm sorry you're not delivering this season. You're below average. Even though you're one of my favorite players, Gyökeres, Martinelli, Trossard, they have to do more. The forward line has to do more, honestly. Oscar, you know very well, you don't win the league if you don't have someone scoring goals for you.
20
You guys,
goals. Yeah, you don't.
that
It
is
is
a
hard.
fact.
It
You
is
need to have
hard.
someone
You need that
scoring
person
20
pumping in
plus
goals.
goals.
Yeah,
And for Arsenal, I'm sorry,
yeah,
we don't have that person yet, which is a concern. We are going to have to grind in.
yeah. Oh,
If City have Haaland,
my,
for Haaland, he will go
mm,
4 games without scoring, and then he goes another 5 games scoring goals. Pa, 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 pa. You get it? So that is the standards you're competing with. For Liverpool to win the
Mm,
league, Salah had to score 30 plus goals every season. You get it?
exactly.
We don't have
Yeah.
that person.
Yeah.
So it is a concern, but as a unit, we have people that can add on to the GA because we have a talented squad. It's now the mentality, man. I believe we can go if we can go through this festive season in a good position. I think we can string a good uh, run of games to go on and win the league. But it's going to be hard, especially if Pep Guardiola is on your back, man. And as
Mm.
I know for a fact, if we give City that advantage and they go on top, it is done. It is done because I've seen it time and after time. If City dares
I mean, we have
us,
all seen it.
Arsenal will capitulate.
Yeah.
I know. So we
You'll be,
shouldn't give Pep
you'll be.
that
Actually, if they got top before you play them second leg, because second leg is is at their home.
Etihad. Yeah, yeah,
Man,
man. Ken will be there sitting, sipping on his juice, laughing.
Very, 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 very
man.
happy at that moment.
I honestly, I pray to God I don't see that face smiling at me when it happens. Honestly, I don't know.
Man.
I
Do
don't
you,
know
do you
how
know
I
the
will see
feeling
it.
of knowing
Hmm?
that for you this season you're completely free, but you just hate watching? Your job is to hate watch and make sure maybe you qualify for a European competition or something. But your biggest ambition is to hate watch. Now, this is me this season because I know Arsenal has all it requires.
Yeah,
So every loss, every draw is a very big party for me. You get? It's a
yeah,
very big party in my house whenever Arsenal
yeah.
loses points.
I know for every rival.
Because honestly, with the quality of players that you have, you shouldn't be
Mhm.
dropping points to some teams.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We are too strong to be dropping points to these weak teams. And even at Villa, the bare minimum was to pick a point. For me,
yeah,
it would be it was supposed to be a good point, but man, it wasn't supposed to be. Unai Emery said no. But well, we have to bounce back
but
again.
anyway, you that's when you see a good coach because Unai Emery actually substituted a defender and brought in
Mm.
Buendia there, a striker who ended up winning, scoring a 90 plus six
Because
minute goal. Then
he could see
you
the
look at
opportunity
Amorim
was
removing strikers to bring in defenders when he is 1-0 up. And
You
you
man,
look at the club
you're
and you wonder
comparing. You're
why
bringing
substituting
a knife in a gunfight, man. You're bringing a knife in a gunfight. We're talking about Arsenal. You're bringing money in this
No,
conversation.
I'm talking about the mentality of coaches between Unai Emery and
Ah,
Amorim.
okay. Yes,
mm,
Unai
yes.
Emery substituted
Okay.
a defender to bring in a striker who ended up scoring that winning
Mm,
goal. But
mm.
then when you look at
mm,
United against that 1-1 draw that we had against West Ham,
West Ham. Mm.
yes, against West Ham, man, he was removing the likes of Zaxi and bringing in defenders, Martinez, Lisandro Martinez. That doesn't make sense. We are looking for a goal to seal off the game, and then you want to defend as if we have very many clean sheets. We have only one clean sheet the entire season. You're 1-0 up. You're 1-0
oh
up,
my God.
and then you're trying to
Even Liverpool with
defend
this terrible
every
defense has three
goal
clean
to seal
sheets.
the game. So
Well, before we
we
go
need a
to
mentality like Unai
prediction,
Emery's to actually be competitive this season. Otherwise,
mm, before we go to predictions, I have questions for both of you. One goes
mm,
to Oscar. Oscar, are you still in the title race or you're just going for top four?
Top four is even going to be a problem in my view. To answer your question,
Mm.
I don't think top four is going to be also a big challenge. And for me, I believe that this season needs life or what season changing surgery because there is no one who can tell me that these players are this bad. These players are actually good. Liverpool as a team has issues. They have issues with their defending, But at least these attacking midfielders, who's or which one of them plays as a defensive midfielder, they can actually try to defend. At least they can at least try to do something small. You get? They are not as
Yeah.
bad as they are being made to look. I believe also the forward line, they are not as bad as they are being made to look. The defense, they are just disjointed. I don't believe they are that bad. It is just a form thing and something that I believe can take time. But I believe it starts with the coach. Just like Aston
Mm.
Villa started in a bad way, the coach did
Mm.
something. There is something the coach did that changed. Rogers is there because you see when the season began, in my mind I was looking and I was thinking, these things that people post on social media talking about. Just imagine, the talent that England is going to take into 2026 World Cup. I'm talking about Kobe Mino at that time. We're talking about Rogers, talking about Palmer, talking about Foden, talking about all those guys, Bellingham and all that. And for me, I was
Mm.
looking at Rogers and I'm like, man, Rogers is looking bad. Like you guy, but you know that this is a World Cup season. But man, the
Mm.
Rogers I'm seeing right now, there is no way he's remaining home. There is no way he's staying home at all. He's going to the States for that World Cup. So yeah, there's something the coach did. It's the same thing. I'm also asking myself, what is Slot doing? You know, the players have a part to play, but there's a very huge part that the coach has to play. And for me, with all that said, I don't see anything changing anytime soon. I think
Mm.
Liverpool is going to win different games because of individual brilliance, but not necessarily think anything tactical. It is sad for me to say what I'm saying, but I can only use history to analyze and choose
Mm.
that what depict the future. Yeah, I can't depict the future using anything futuristic. No, I can only use that. That's now me being realistic and using my head, not using my emotion. Emotionally, it hurts me to say what I'm saying, but I mean, I have to go with what I'm saying. I think
Yeah.
top four is going to be hard. The only way top four is going to be possible is if teams around us continue behaving the way they are behaving. Can you imagine if Liverpool had won against Leeds? Liverpool would be in top four right now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
How is that possible? That's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. Like, what is the points gap between number 11 from number 11, and then you go to number 4? That's crazy, you guys. So basically, if
Mm.
the teams around us just play around, that's when Liverpool can maybe get top 4 because of probably individual brilliancy and the players being just good. You get. But if
Yeah.
teams actually are playing the way you expect them to play, I don't think top four will be what. Which takes me back to what I talked about at the beginning of the season. I say that Liverpool's hope of silverware only lies in Champions League because Champions League there is luck. Champions League there is Premier League teams are always good enough to beat anyone, and this
Mm.
Liverpool team is good enough because I believed that with as the season ends, this team will have gelled. That was my thought process.
Mm.
Yeah, but yeah, it is what it is. So if you're talking about Premier League in particular, forget about the title race. Even top four is going to be a hard thing. That's what I think.
Mm. Ken,
Yes, please.
you have a massive chance of making Europe this season. But in particular, do you think United will qualify for Champions League?
Conference League.
Champions League conference, that will be definite, I know. But yeah, Champions League. Do you feel you're good
Not
enough?
Conference League.
Not
This
Conference
United,
League.
Eh,
this United, speaking as a United fan, this United is very unpredictable this season. We have won the games that we are not expected to win, and we have
Mm.
lost the games that we are expected to win. What does that tell you?
mm.
It tells you that United can't be predictable. So I can't really be certain that we're going to make top four. I hope so. I mean, if okay, I mean the ifs are said, but if we had actually won that West Ham game, Everton game, I mean,
Mm.
we would be far on the table right now. We would
Yeah,
be. I'm referencing to what Oscar said that they would also be
true,
far
true,
as Liverpool.
true,
So
true.
this is one
Yes.
of the very open
No,
seasons where
for us, we didn't need to actually win. We didn't need to win all those games. Just the Leeds game alone was putting us in top four. Can you imagine? That's crazy,
yeah.
man.
So that tells you that this season the league is very open, especially for top four. Like it's fluctuating
Exactly.
every game week it changes. There was a point Sunderland was on there, then you get so
You
just
know,
lose
Bournemouth,
2 games and
bye.
you're back to 10. Lose 1 game, you're off. I mean, so the season is very open, but United has to really capitalize on the small games that we keep on losing.
Mm.
Okay, but
Yeah.
United is this season very unpredictable. I wish we could just win all our small games, and even if we lose the big teams, we'd make top four. But
Mm.
with this manager, you really can't be sure because guys were calling for his head before
Mm.
this Wolves game, and now people are now quiet. The
Mm.
situation has stabilized, and guys are back to backing him. Yet we can't see the bigger picture that we keep losing to small teams. If we can sort that out, then I promise you we can make that top four.
I saw someone
Mm.
calling the players and the coach to meet him in the car park. Oh, well, I just enjoy United fans after you losing. It is cinema. I just
We are going
enjoy
to,
it.
and it's very
Well,
funny because after a win, we forget that we have been losing. Finally, we have been losing very small games.
mm,
Just if a United just takes 1 game to fix their head loss, they'll be back. They'll be happy. Then again, lose another game, you'll see them again
back to
ranting.
what? Back
Amorim
to where?
out, this out. That's
back
the
back
problem.
to
If
the thing.
if if at all we are losing the games that we expect to lose, I mean, going to Arsenal, they beat you. There you accept. Going to
Mm,
Man City, they beat you. But you at home against an Everton side that is, I mean, 1 man down. Well, how are you losing that game? Really? How do you explain that? You don't
man,
deserve top four if you're losing to Everton at home. You don't. You really don't deserve it, honestly.
you've had a roller coaster of a season. At some point, you was in title conversations.
You guy, I don't know who started that. Was it the Man U fan who started the title conversation, or it was that pundit needs to be arrested? That person needs to be jailed.
I'm telling you,
That is not fair. It's not fair.
even
It's not fair to
even
the
Kane,
fans.
even Kane at some point
Bro,
believed that.
Do you have receipts of me saying that United is
No,
in the
no,
title
I don't
conversation?
have receipts of you saying it,
Mm.
but I know when at some point you was only 6 points
Of course,
below
the
Arsenal.
feeling is there. The feeling is there that if we win, and United is very
What
funny.
feeling, you man?
Every time you,
Oh my
every time
God.
you, every time you're counting on United to go and win a game so that you move up in the table, probably maybe you get into third position, it
Mm.
loses, man. So that is why you can't count
Just
on
like
United.
Chelsea.
Mm.
Chelsea, before playing Arsenal, they had already planned if we beat Arsenal and they lose against Brentford, we beat Leeds, we'll go up in the table. Only
The
for
math,
them to draw against Arsenal, lose against Leeds, then draw against Bournemouth. And then all of a
but,
sudden
but
they are
remember
up.
that is actually the math that Arsenal fans always best rely on when there are two,
Oh,
3 games left on the league.
no, no, no. Because
Man,
how?
That is the
mathematics
kind
can't
of
save
math
you.
that Arsenal
Liverpool,
always does.
Ken,
Yeah.
Liverpool won the title when I think it was 5 games to
Okay.
go.
Leave
Oscar?
leave last season alone. The other seasons, Arsenal keeps
The,
saying
the other
we
season it was
calculate
tight.
a lot of things there.
The other season it was tight, man. We went
Mm.
toe to toe with City, who wasn't losing games at all. You had to do is pray. If
That they
Spurs can,
lose.
and to be fair, I
No,
always tell you this.
but
To
the
be
funny thing
fair,
is that
this is why I
we
hate
all saw that
Son
Arsenal.
Heung-min forever. I have beef with Son. He had one
Oh my,
game to
that guy
do.
handed
I hate
put
him.
the
He
ball in
did
the
it on
net.
purpose. He did it on purpose. That is the day we were
Are you
supposed to
sure?
leave. I swear he did it on purpose. At some point, after maybe a few years, he will sit on a podcast and he will speak the truth that he missed on purpose. I mean, one on one
What?
against it was against Ortega, not even Ederson, and he just
Oh,
hit
it
it in
was
his.
Ortega.
No man, I went on my knees and I
Against
begged.
Ederson would have then been easier.
I swear.
No man, just
Yeah?
win your game so that doesn't happen again. Win your
My,
games.
I know you, but by the way, you can't rely on other people. You have to rely on yourself.
Oscar, it was fine margins. Oscar, I believe we did the right things that season. Do you know
But you, no, 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 no. You guys lost.
we
You
went
lost
18 games
against
unbeaten?
Villa. You lost
Yeah, they
against
lost to
Villa.
Villa
Yes,
that season.
we,
Home
it's
and
true,
away.
Oscar. It's true we lost against Villa. But after that, do you know going for 16 games just winning 16 games? But the bar was so high. 16 games and still you can't win the league. I'm telling you, City just kept on
Yes,
beating
yes.
one. Anyway, it wasn't meant to be.
I'm telling
We
you.
hope that this season, and for me, I would love to win it in the most dramatic way possible, giving hope to Pep Guardiola, then nicking it at the end. I don't
Bro,
want this.
bro, bro,
This
bro.
I don't
No
want
man,
this
trust me.
comfort
Don't
Liverpool
don't
had
play
last
with
season.
Pep Guardiola. Don't play with Pep
Yes,
Guardiola. If you want to win
yes.
this league,
I would
give
like to
him a
see him on
range.
his
Give him a
knees,
range.
scratching
Leave him
that
with at
bald head.
least 10 points. Don't play
No,
with Guardiola on 2 points, 1 point,
Ken,
and then
Ken.
hope
I
that you
would
win
like
that.
to see Guardiola scratching that bald head
Who have you
at
ever?
the end of the season on his knees. That's what I want. I don't want that comfort Liverpool had that last season. They just cruised. Eh? No one was even bothering. That is not what I want. You remember that Aguero moment? I would love that.
Mm.
I would love that. I would love that. It will be historic. But honestly, I hope God is listening to my prayers. I pray every day. I pray for the ops like Ken not to laugh
Mm.
at me at the end of the season. I pray
But
every day.
I'll tell you one thing. Arsenal is not one of the luckiest teams. So if you're really going to win this league,
Yo,
you cannot
Arsenal's
rely on that.
Arsenal's last game.
You cannot rely on that Aguero
Arsenal's
talent
last
anymore. You
game.
have to win comfortably.
Oscar, you're saying?
I'm here trying
Oscar,
to look at the table and trying to look at the last games.
I know we have City. We
Arsenal's
won the
the
game.
32nd game.
Yeah.
The 32nd game Arsenal is playing. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm saying I'm trying to look at the last 6 games.
Mm.
I'm trying to look at the last 6 games, and Man City will be playing Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal will be playing Bournemouth. Then in week 33, City will be playing Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
City
Okay.
will be playing Arsenal. That is
Mm.
week 33. From there, week 34, Arsenal is playing Newcastle.
Mm.
City is playing Burnley. Then week 35, City is playing Everton, and Arsenal is playing Fulham.
Mm.
Then week 36, City is playing Brentford, and Arsenal is playing West Ham. 37, uh, City is playing Bournemouth, and Arsenal is playing Burnley. Then the last day of the season, City plays Aston Villa, Arsenal plays Crystal Palace. Hey,
Yeah,
so
we'll
just
be
know
there.
from week 32, just know that from week 32, if you do not have a lead, and when I say a lead, I mean like two games ahead, at least 6 points, that's 6 points or more ahead of
Mm.
City.
Mm.
If you do not have that, it's going to be a big problem because if they are leading you guys, if they are leading you
Mm.
guys, there is no way they are going to allow they will at least either go for a draw if you guys are better than them at that time. But if they are better than you, they are going for the jugular. They will make sure they kill you guys off. That is from week 32. That is where problems are going to start from. Just wait and see.
Mm. Well,
Yeah.
gentlemen, let's go to the predictions. Chelsea at home against Everton. I'm going to go for a
Chelsea,
2-1
Emma.
Chelsea. Oscar, you're going
I'm
for
giving Chelsea a win. 1-0.
1-0.
Chelsea 1-0.
Ken,
I'm giving Chelsea 2-0.
2-0. Burnley against Fulham. No. Liverpool against
2-1 Fulham.
Brighton. Liverpool against Brighton.
Liverpool, Brighton.
2-2.
Let me say 2-1. Liverpool.
I'm going to go for a 2-1 too. Oscar went for a 2-2. Burnley, Fulham.
2-1 Fulham.
I'm going for a 2-1 Fulham also.
Let me go for 1-1.
1-1, yeah?
Yeah.
Which one?
Fulham.
Brighton and Fulham.
Okay.
I mean Burnley and Fulham.
Arsenal Wolves, I'm going for a 3-0.
I'm also going for a 3-0 Arsenal.
I'm going for 4-0.
4-0.
Wolves.
Crystal
No,
Palace.
Arsenal scores. It's pretty obvious.
Crystal
Eh?
Palace, Manchester City. I'm going to go
Hey,
2-2. I'm just being optimistic.
I'm going for 3-1 because I think Crystal Palace doesn't seem to be because the kind of games that they have drawn and lost of recent, I just didn't see it happening. Like against United, I just didn't understand what happened. So with this
Man
City on form, I'm going with a
City,
3-1 Man City.
they played
Yeah, City
yesterday.
3-1.
City
I'm going
3-1.
for 2-1.
2-1 City, yeah?
Yeah.
Nottingham Spurs. This is a 2-2 for me.
I think I'll also go for a draw. I'll go for a 1-1.
1-1. Ken.
I think Nottingham will shock Spurs. I don't know why. I just have that feeling in my guts. So
Definitely
I'll
possible.
go
What do
for
you mean
2-1.
shock? Beating
It will
beating
shock.
Tottenham is not a shock, you man.
No, I'm saying Nottingham Forest shocking Spurs.
Yes,
It's
that's
not
what
a
I'm
shock.
saying. Beating Spurs is not a shock.
Yeah, you're right.
This will not be a shock. It is when Spurs beats a big team that is when it's a shock. Spurs is just weird, man.
So, Ken, you're going for a 2-1?
Yeah, win. 2-1 Nottingham Forest win.
Sunderland Newcastle. I'm going to go for a Sunderland 2-1 win at home.
I'll go for a Newcastle 1-0.
1-0. Ken.
Newcastle 2-0. Newcastle Sunderland has been so sloppy these last few games.
Okay.
So I see them losing.
West Ham Aston Villa. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Aston Villa.
2-0 Aston Villa.
Ken.
3-1 Aston Villa.
Brentford versus Leeds. I'm going to go for a 1-1.
3-1 Brentford.
3-1 Brentford. Ken.
3-2 Brentford.
3-2. And lastly, Manchester United at home. They will host Bournemouth. I'm going to go for a 1-1.
Same here, 1-1.
I also go for a
Okay.
1-1. I remember when the show was starting, I was ranting about United being given Monday nights, Friday nights, early kickoffs. It's totally unfair to us, man.
What do you mean? You have one game to play every week
Yeah, it's
or every two
unfair because
weeks.
those are very
What do you mean
tricky
it's
times.
unfair? What is unfair?
It's tricky times.
What do you mean they are tricky
Playing on
times?
Monday,
People are playing when it is hot. Who you're playing when it is cool.
Playing in those rare times has always given me trauma. I don't know. Like there's a way we always lose
No,
if
no,
we
no,
play
no,
those
no.
rare times. Monday
The
night,
problem, the
early
problem,
kickoffs.
the problem, the the problem is if you play, if you have many games to play and then you're playing a Monday night because you played on Wednesday or Thursday. That is where the
Yes.
problem is. But if you're playing one game in 8 days or 14 days, it shouldn't be a problem, you man.
Just put it on Saturday for God's sake. I mean, what's wrong with putting it on Saturday? Put all our games on Saturday. That will still have the
But
same.
what is wrong with Monday? What's it?
No, man, it's just not.
There's
It's
nothing
not
wrong with
the right
Monday.
time for a game.
Excuses.
Ah, excuses, you man.
That's why for me, if I'm going, if I see United playing on Monday night, Friday night, those are problems for me. There are
But
problems.
you
You know,
never
if you're
win.
playing at small teams, I'm very skeptical. I can't be sure.
Okay.
Just, I
Don't
mean, I
worry.
don't know who's making these fixtures. All the last few games, we have been playing on rare times. After all other teams have played, or
So you
before all
expect
other
you
teams have
expect
played.
you expect teams you expect teams that are in Europe to be playing on Monday. You man.
I asked Norman the same question. How many teams are in Europe out of the 20? There are 6.
No, it depends on who you're playing.
There are
Yes,
14
but if you're
teams
playing
that
a
are
team which
not
is not in
playing
Europe,
European football. Why aren't other teams
like
being treated
who?
the same way?
Like who? Like who?
But
Why
it
isn't
gives you
why
enough
isn't
time to rest.
why is it always
Yes.
United? I mean, I told Norman there are 14 teams that are not playing European football right now. Why are they not being played?
I'm sure the
Why are they not
management of
playing
United is
European
not
football?
complaining.
Hmm?
Yeah. So your players don't play at night,
But
yeah?
is Amorim complaining?
We play at
The
night, but
floodlights affect your
there is
players.
something, there is some juju, there's some bad omen about playing
What
at
you
this
like
time.
your vision is poor at night.
There is some bad
You guys have poor vision
omen
at night.
about playing
Oscar,
at those times.
when it is an
Early
early
kickoffs.
kickoff,
Yeah.
early kickoffs are very hard. When it is night, late kickoffs, like, come on, make up your
No, there is
mind.
just something about, I can't even explain it, but there's something about Monday night, Friday night, early kickoffs. That's
You
why
beat
I really
Wolves at night.
I don't want
Didn't
our
you
games
beat
to be at
Wolves
that
at
time.
night?
Yes,
Didn't you beat Wolves at night?
we did, but it was
Man,
freaking
you should
Wolves.
be grateful, you man.
Replicate that. Do that again. Eh?
No, but you should be
What is your
grateful
score,
because it
Kate?
gives your players time to rest.
What is your prediction?
My prediction.
Hmm.
I said I'll also go for a 1-1.
And if I'm not mistaken, you haven't beaten Bournemouth in like 3 games, if I'm not really mistaken.
Yeah, those guys
Oh, by the
always
way,
slap.
Bournemouth is one of the teams that always takes points away from you of recent.
Last season they were just slapping us right and left. I don't even want to remember last season. Our
By the way, during
encounters
that
with
game, I
them.
had to first check. I had to first confirm if you guys are at home or because what Bournemouth was doing to you guys, it was bad. It was bad, man.
Mm.
But you know, with
But
United, it
Semenyo
doesn't
always
matter if
stands
they are
tall
playing at
against
Old
United.
Trafford or away, they'll lose anywhere.
But I hope this season is going to be different. Let me hope so.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, I need to thank you guys for really making time every Friday in the evening to do this. Thank you for the sacrifice. Otherwise, thank you people that have been tuning in. Thank you for watching kindly. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like our videos. We are still creating more content. We have more football this festive season, meaning we'll be coming in on different days to analyze and do predictions. We thank you for the engagement, the viewership. The views are definitely going up, which is really giving us motivation. So thank you so much. Thank you. Otherwise, if you guys have anything to say, I don't know, we should be closing the show.
Yeah,
Let's
peace
just look
out.
forward to the weekends. Going into the weekend, and this is a season where you're going when you're not unsure. It feels like we're on the same page with Man U. When you're not sure what is to come. So Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just go into the weekend and see what happens.
Do you know that is actually a good thing? If you lower your expectations in football, usually as a fan, it's very good to
Mm.
have low expectations. Like for me right now, my
My
Yeah.
friend,
expectations are
for the last 10
minimal.
years.
They're
For,
very low.
but
So when
how are you going to tell how are you going to tell a Liverpool fan or a City fan in the last 10 years to lower their expectations? It is hard, man.
anyway,
It's hard because we are
Liverpool is
used to
just
trophies.
Liverpool is new to the feeling. United, we have had our season
Yes.
like couple seasons back, so we have learned to lower expectations. So the
Okay,
advantage of
okay.
that is you go into the weekend,
Mm.
I mean, expecting anything to happen. But as an Arsenal fan, you go expecting to
Mm,
win. Of course, you have
mm.
expectations to win the league. So when you are humbled by Aston Villa, you
Mm.
crash out. You just crash out.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
Ah,
had a terrible weekend, honestly. It
you
felt
get.
bad.
Mm.
But well, people,
yeah.
we should wish you a good evening and see you on the next one. God bless you. Bye bye.
Peace out.
Peace.